My name is John Calabro. I'm a director of business development at Kroll, and I work within a division of Kroll called Kroll Digital Solutions, where we build and sell and support technologies designed for the private capital markets.
John, what's been the nature of the discussions that you've been having here with our GPs, particularly around valuations?
At a high level, I think in the industry, there's a need for talent, right? So there's excess work. And unique to valuations, what we have is a lot of capital flowing into the GPs. The GPs have more positions. There's a need for those positions to be valued, and the mechanics of how they're valued right now is very Excel-centric, and it's a process that exhibits all the problems that you would expect from an Excel-based process. Data goes from a portfolio company to a GP, gets saved on an individual's desktop, gets shared in various versions where corrupt equations and problems like that, which
loads of room for error, right?
There's a lot of room for error. There's a lot of room for having to dig through Excel spreadsheets and email files to find it, and it's inefficient, right? So when it comes down to the evaluation process, the end product is always something people are happy with, but the steps it takes to get there are many and costly.
How should a GP get into the mindset that allows them to make the right decisions around that? Because it is hard, right? If you've got all your records on Excel, no matter that it's full of potential errors, how do you do that?
Well, you certainly don't want to be giving up any capability or flexibility that you have when you're using Excel to recognize the benefits. Now, Excel doesn't have a password and login, so it's not as secure, right? So you give to take, to give to get. The platform that we've built was built with the knowledge of our valuation service. So the architecture and the data architecture and the structure of the product was designed, purpose-built for valuation professionals, so that when they get into the system and they look at it, it all looks and feels like what they would expect without the problems. So you could sort, you can group, you can export to Excel. There's an Excel add-in. It can integrate with the rest of your systems. But what you do get is a single source of truth. Everyone at the firm gets to log into the same exact environment. People who work in other departments can tap into that data as needed. And there's not those problems that we have with different versions.
The product that you are offering here is, in theory, a help towards that scaling of the business. Would you agree with that? And how does that sort of manifest itself? What burden does it take off the CFO and their team?
Imagine a world where you don't need to create an Excel spreadsheet. You log into a platform, and in that platform, the companies that your firm owns,
portfolio companies,
the portfolio companies are loaded into the platform. All of their financials are in the same platform. All of the instruments associated with that portfolio company are in that platform, so that you can then create positions and create portfolios, value those portfolios, create reports based off of those portfolios, and export the data associated with that valuation, the valuation of that portfolio, all without having to build it on your own. It's something that Kroll has built and wants to deliver to the GPs to make their lives easier and more efficient.